So I always fondly think of Isabella like the chosen one, because from day one, I remember doing things as a baby and hanging her up on top of the pull-up bar, seeing how long she could grip for. And there'd be times that she'd be screaming, trying to hold on for as long as possible, because she always, from the moment she was a baby, before she could even walk, she was just a driven individual. And she's always had an affinity for just violent sports.
I'm excited. I can't wait to show everyone what I could do and my talent and what I work hard for.
So I got her into jiu-jitsu obviously very young, and she trained that the whole time, arm bar me from when she was in diapers and showing her different moves and how to apply her hips. I really tried to then focus on other sports to show her that, like, hey, just because I fight doesn't mean you have to. And we got her into softball. She became very good at it. She, player of the year. She had led, I think, in stolen bases and home runs in the same year. Highly recruited for her 03 class as far as going to college for it. And then it still didn't fulfill Bella's ability to just want to be violent. We started having her play football with her brother. And at first it was kind of like, oh, I will go out there and hopefully you don't hurt it, don't get hurt. And it quickly became to, oh my God, you're going to hurt other people. She already was a starting linebacker on her team. Even when we bounced up to freshman football, and it was funny because I told her, like, all right, boys are hitting puberty now, things are going to change. Things didn't change. Bella was still a starting linebacker, smacking people, and I think people started really accepting her as far as almost kind of like our not our mascot, but just really admired her, because here was this girl going out there with a ponytail at the back of her helmet, just cracking kids, just making kids cry. And we really pushed wrestling probably in 7th grade, where she started competing. 8th grade, she was already a state champion here in Nevada. She competed against juniors, seniors in high school, and no one so far in the Nevada State Tournament, in the 3 years that she's won it as an 8th grader, as a freshman, and as a sophomore, no one's made it out of the first period with her on that level. On the national level, they have, and she has victories over girls that have won Fargo. And it's still amazing to me, because wrestling is only one facet of her skills. She's phenomenal at jiu-jitsu. It was funny, her first jiu-jitsu tournament, I didn't actually get to be there. I was over in Chechnya doing commentary, and my wife called me and she goes, well, we entered her into the intermediate because of her training time, and her age bracket, or I think even advanced, but we still put her, at the time she was 14 years old. I'm like, yeah, no, she's a kid, you don't put her in the adults. After the first match was so one-sided and brutal that the promoter ran over to her and goes, what are you doing? She goes, what do you mean? My husband told me that she's 14. She goes, she can't go with the kids. You have to put her with the adults. And sure enough, they threw her in the adults. And then Jennifer called me. And of course, being very overprotective, my dad was like, just take our shit and leave. I don't care. We're not doing that. Bella being the competitor she is, and my wife being how she is, no, we're going to go ahead and just jump to this challenge. Ends up winning the whole thing as a kid in the adult section for moving up. So that just showed you already just her ability just to adapt. Bad situations occur and she just jumps into it and faces it head on.
Everyone thinking that I get my talent from my dad, but it's really from my mom, guys. She's my motivation. She's the reason why I work hard.
And I'm so happy that Bella got that. That I passed that on to her. We're just driven. I mean, we always have a plan. Like we execute everything and to the 110%.
And that's Isabella. She doesn't back down from anything, and just head forward, head down, and just drills into things. And I think that's one of the things that just makes her even more special. I've been around of world champions, around a lot of world champions. I've never met anybody more focused and dedicated.